Hey y'all, it's Sarah again, and I'm coming to you today with a review. I wanted to review a cookbook. Now, this cookbook just released. I think it was in February, actually, when it released. And it is written by a dietitian who worked at a bariatric office, and she got all of these recipes herself and put them all together, whatever. Her name is Sara Kent, and so I'll just read you her little bio at the end. Sara Kent, registered dietitian, MSCD, whatever that is, senior dietitian and certified health and wellness coach at Fredert Health. She previously served as lead dietitian for the bariatric surgery program at Fredert and Medical College of Wisconsin, a nationally certified center of excellence for bariatric surgery. In addition to providing a range of pre- and post-operative nutritional services, Sara helped facilitate support groups for bariatric patients. So, obviously follow this within your guideline and your plans. If she says something that doesn't match what is in your plan, then just, you can kind of alternate it or fix it to where it fits into your plan. But this is what the cookbook looks like. And you can't see me now. This is what the cookbook looks like. It's I just love the cover when I seen it. I had pre-ordered this, actually, and I did buy this with my own money. This was not gifted to me or anything like that. I bought this with my own money. And then the great thing about it, it's called Fresh Start Bariatric Cookbook. And the great thing about it is that, it's not just for bariatric patients. Like, she takes into consideration that you're going to have a family. So she gives you an introduction there and just kind of goes over things like, what your life is going to be like and things like that. And then the very first chapter is day 1 and beyond. And there are pictures of the recipes in it, but she starts you out at day 1. So when I say day 1, I mean day 1 after surgery. This has great immediate post-op things. She gives you tips, and she tells, everybody has that buyer's remorse right after surgery. She tells you this was the right decision, you made the right decision, it's just going to be a little difficult. She tells you what to do to stay hydrated. I know it's kind of hard for y'all to see, I'm sorry. Tells you what to do to stay hydrated, how much protein you should be having, excellent protein choices, how much you should portion size for those. She goes into, sugars and fats and vitamins and, what you should be taking. She gives you little tips on mindful eating right here, and how to not judge yourself because something has happened. She tells you about equipment that you should get, what you should get, what you shouldn't get, things like that. All right. And then she goes in and tells you your post-operative timeline and what you should be eating. Days 1 and 2, clear liquids. Weeks 1 and 2, full liquids. Week 3, pureed foods. Weeks 4 to 6, soft foods. Week 7 or 8 plus your events to general foods. And she has it for the sleeve. She has for the gastric bypass. She has it for the gastric band. If, for people who still have, who are still getting those and still have those. So it's for everyone. It's not just for one specific post-surgery type. She tells you what in your kitchen, what your bariatric kitchen should look like. You know, what types of things should you have? You know, what if you had, say, like she has things like fruit snacks or juice, you know, you need to toss those things. But then she has things that you need to stock up on. These are the things that you should be keeping in your kitchen. This should be part of your new pantry. She gives you tips for success, foods to avoid, things like that. And then she goes into the recipes that you're going to see. And then tips for, you know, eating. Eat slowly, take about 30 minutes for each meal, avoid drinking 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, take all your vitamins, don't graze, be mindful of what you're eating, and be active every day. And you see, she said, be active every day. She didn't say go run a marathon. She didn't say, you know, go and join the gym and blah, blah, blah. She just said be active. And that could be 30 minutes of walking. So the next chapter is the early post-op foods. And you see here, you have the recipe right here, just real briefly. It's a protein shake, and she has things like the high protein milk, iced coffee protein shake, chocolate lovers, mint dream, dreamsicle, strawberries and cream, cherry almond, chocolate peanut butter, pumpkin delight, sweet cinnamon vanilla ricotta cheese, pinto beans and cheese, the best scrambled eggs, herb chicken salad with parsley, and lemon dill tuna salad. So those are for you to have while you're on full liquids, your pureed soft foods, and you know, your what's the G stand for? I gotta go back. Sorry. Oh, general. G stands for general. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick one of the recipes, and just real quick. You see this here? It tells you right there what you can eat this recipe, like what stage you are. FL, full liquids, P, pureed, S is soft, and G stands for general. And then it tells you also how much of this you can eat, like for a serving size. So it would be 1 to 3 cups per day. So, you know, if you're still on full liquids and you're about a week or so out, maybe you can only have 1 whole cup a day. Or when you're in general, you know, you're like out how I am, or you're 2-3 months out, you know, and you want to have 3 cups of this a day, you know, you can do that. You know, in full liquids, 1 cup as many times per day is needed to reach a protein goal. And that goes in for all of them. So like this one, I skipped ahead, but this is for protein. This is for pureed post-ops and soft general post-ops. But you see there, it says that for pureed, you can have 1/4 of a cup. That is going to be your serving. But if you're on soft or general, you can have 1/2 of a cup. That's your serving. So now you know, there's no question, you know, well, how much of this I can have. You know, you already know. And then the dinners, I actually made this. It is really, really delicious. We made this right here. This is the mixed vegetable stir fry with sesame tofu. It was so good. But there's a chapter for vegetarians. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 recipes for vegetarians, and it's broken down. Each chapter, let me go back so I can tell you how it's broken down. Each chapter, day 1, like I said, it's our chapter 1 is day 1 and beyond. It kind of goes on into your tips and things you need to know day 1 after surgery. Then chapter 2 is early post-op foods. So that will be your full liquids, your pureed foods, soft foods, things like that. Chapter 3 is going to be breakfast foods. So for me personally, I know breakfast and lunch are pretty much the hardest for me to do dinners. I can rock star dinners. Like, I love to cook. But for me, breakfast, if I'm not making it for a lot of people, if I'm just making it for myself, it's a little bit more difficult. So this gives you recipes for breakfast. Then there's vegetables, dips, and sides, which is chapter 4. Chapter 5, vegetarian dinners. Chapter 6, fish and seafood. Chapter 7, poultry dinners. Chapter 8, pork and beef. Chapter 9, drinks and desserts. Chapter 10, dressing, sauces, and seasonings. Now, some of the recipes, they do have, like one, example I will give you is we made these slow cooker chicken tacos, but she teaches you how to make your own taco seasoning and what you need to put in that. Also, the stir fry, the veggie stir fry with the tofu, you had to make your own sauce for that. And so those are the types of things you need to look and make sure if you're going to be making your own sauce. And like here it is, actually, the quick stir fry sauce. Now this makes 2 servings, so I put one in the freezer to have for next time. So I'll already have it if I want to make it again, or what have you. And so you need to know that you need to prep this part first and then go into making the dinner. So you're going to have to do a little prepping. But anyone who buys a recipe or like a cookbook knows that you have to like to cook. Usually the stuff in your in a cookbook, you're gonna have to like to cook. You can't it's not gonna be quick and easy. So there's slow cooker things. There's things to put in the oven. There's one pan things. So the taco seasoning, I knew I had to make that first. So it tells you though, it's like, sorry, my viewfinder keeps cutting off. It tells you, 3 tablespoons of the taco seasoning, and then it tells you the page number that you need to go for. So, and you just have to flip back and, find the taco seasoning recipe right there. Now this only made 1 serving, so which I guess I should have read where it says makes about 2.5 tablespoons. It only made 1 serving, so you would want to bump that up if you want to go ahead and make it and then have some for like next time, so you don't have to keep making it each time. So yeah, just so you know for that. But it's really good. And then so like for those slow cooker shredded chicken tacos, right there again, it's going to tell you what your serving size is. For pureed, you're going to have 1/4 of a cup or 2 ounces. Soft food, you're going to have 1/2 of a cup or 4 ounces. And then for your general people, you're still going to have 4 ounces or 1/2 a cup. So that just kind of lets you know. And I ate this. I just ate the shredded meat by itself, and then I had some lettuce and I sprinkled a little cheese on top of there. So that's and it gives you, it gives you the whole ingredient list, the directions right here, and then it gives you serving tips. So like for the shredded tacos, it says how to make the healthiest tacos of the bunch. Use 100% whole grain shells. You get the 6 to 7 inch shells versus the 10 inch shells to keep portion size down. Top each taco with fresh salsa, which is also a recipe in the book. Slice avocados, onions, scallions, bell peppers, black olives, shredded lettuce, or try fresh spinach rather than lettuce to increase the power food factor. I always put beans in my tacos. There's also the pinto bean and cheese recipe that's in the book, or black beans to add fiber and more protein. Then it tells you also the macros of it as well down there. Now, if you use my Fitness Pal, obviously the macros are or the nutrition info is going to be a little bit different than what, you know, this is, because this is actually obviously tested to see what it's going to have in there. Whereas MyFitnessPal, you're basing, you know, what's the actual ingredients that you use. So, but it has it there just so you know. So if you're roughly making a meal plan and you're tracking your macros or what have you, then you can know, okay, well, this is going to have no carbs in it, but it's going to have 27 grams of protein for one serving, and 124 calories, and that was for 4 ounces. So boom, right there, you got a load of protein in here, plus it tasted really good. Now I will say that the recipes in here, I have noticed, don't say anything about salt and pepper. I am a salt and pepper to taste kind of person. So I definitely did have to, after I was done, salt and pepper my food. So that may be something that you want to keep in mind when you're making these things, is that, you know, if it does taste a little bland, boom, pop a little salt in there. I personally like pink Himalayan salt. That's what we personally use here at the house. And fresh ground pepper, I have a grinder for both, and that's what I do. But if you're still the old-fashioned already ground salt and in the idolized the iodized salt person, you know, do you. But I generally really like this cookbook. I'm a cookbook person anyway. I have a weakness for cookbooks because I really like to cook. I just like to cook. So when I seen this on Amazon, I was like, "Who doggy? I gotta get that." And for this, I will put a link down below. So if y'all want to order it, you can. Now, I am not going to put like an affiliate link. I'm not affiliated with anyone. So just know that I'm not going to do that. But just to give you the prices on this, just right quick. The price of it from Amazon is $10.77. That's how much it is right now. Its regular list price is $15.99, but Amazon has it on sale for $10.77. There's also a Kindle version in case you like to use your iPad or what have you. And it is $6.99 because you can do that. So yeah, whatever you choose. I suggest that y'all really get it if you like to cook, if you need, you know, some recipe help, things like that. If you're just starting out and you still like to cook, but you don't know what you should cook, or, you know, you don't want to get stuck in the rut of chicken and veggies and you don't know what else to cook, I really suggest this book, this cookbook. It was really good. It's the recipes that are in it, you know, look delicious. I mean, look at that. They look delicious. That's beef and barley soup. So good. It's a good fall time thing. Rosemary sweet potatoes. And here's some breakfast. High protein blueberry muffins. Yum, yum. So, just like a little sneak peek for y'all in there. But that's about all I got to say. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Okay, bye.